so gorgeous today. I'm going on a little bit of a walk and then I'm going to get some groceries and a pastry from my favorite cafe bakery. Later we're going to Universal Studios today, which is so fun. I've never been to like a park like that, so we'll see. And my outfit is very simple. Welcome back to another vlog, guys. Yeah, so we went to Universal Studios and of course I went there by bus, and probably the fastest way to get there, because Universal Studios was on Sentosa Island, would be to go by bus and then probably take Sentosa Express or walk from the city. So that is what I did. I took a bus to the city, and then, you know, if you go across the Sentosa boardwalk you do get to Sentosa, so I actually did walk across it. And then we got to Universal Studios. So it was actually really my first time ever in like a theme park. So it was a lot of fun, and it was organized by our amazing university. So they paid for the cost of our tickets. And I met some classmates from university, and one of our first things we went to was Minion Land. And they kind of had this show sort of thing happening where the minions and, you know, the little purple things, I don't think they're called Oompa Loompas, I don't know if they are called, but they would come out and on stilts and just jump around with the music, and it was a really fun thing to see. We also went to Shrek's World, and we went on this sort of like, what is it called, like a Ferris wheel. I think it's meant to be for children, but we went on it and, you know, I enjoyed it.
Do you not? Oh, you forgot. This is so fun.
And then this was a really cool thing. So they had a 4D cinema experience in the Shrek World, and it was a kind of mini movie, and, you know, if there was a fart or rain or spit, you would get wet, you would feel the air, your chair would move if they were like galloping on a horse. So it was a really fun experience, and yeah, 4D cinema is really so much fun.
This guy's but every man for himself, and what about all the women?
Thanks, Dragon.
And thank you, Donkey.
Honestly, I'm not really huge on very exhilarating rides. I tend to prefer ones that are designed for kids. So, you know, it's pretty evident. In the, is it Jurassic Park World? I think it was. I went with one of my classmates on this like carousel, and you'd ride a pterodactyl. So that was so fun.
No, I want to go up.
I want to go up.
When some of the other classmates joined us as well, we went to this Puss in Boots ride. We weren't really allowed to film, but I am giving you what I could. We also went to the Minions 3D movie, which I didn't film because we were not allowed phones, but that was also really fun. One thought I remember very vividly is that the scent of bananas was kind of put into the room.
Become the Indomaniacs. Months ago.
And I have actually never been on a roller coaster until this point, and the boys encouraged me to go on it, so I did. And on the first one we went on a slightly less scary one. My eyes were honestly closed the whole time, but it was really quick and I got off and I was like, wait, that's not so bad. So then we went on another one which was meant to be the really intense one, and again it wasn't that bad. So yeah, they're not really that scary, but they're not my favorite. One of the coolest things, and definitely a favorite among everyone, was the Transformers 3D experience. I'm pretty sure the boys went on it like more than 3 times. Yeah, and then the evening came around and they had this sort of diner, very like cinematic. They were closing, but we still were able to get some drinks because we had a drinks voucher. So yeah, that pretty much concluded the day. So it was a very fun day, and this was around, I think, in the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I think it was just a week before exam week, so it was a really nice sort of end to the Singapore time. I have a feeling there were a few other things I went on but I didn't really get to film, but I have forgotten what they were because this was like 2 months ago probably. So I am back home, and I have been for a while, but I was there for a few hours, like 6-7 hours, a long time. But it was so much fun, such a great experience. There were some things I couldn't film because I would have lost my phone if I attempted to. I went on a roller coaster for the first time and it was actually fun. And then I went on an even scarier one, and that was also not too bad. We went on the Puss in Boots ride. Is it named Puss in Boots? Yeah. And that also was no phones allowed. There was a Minions 4D experience, also no phones allowed. But everything before that, I did try to record it. So we went on the Velociraptor ride, dinosaurs. It wasn't scary, it was very enjoyable. We did the Shrek 4D experience. Also forgot to mention, we did a Transformers 4D experience. I also did not record that. What did we do? Yeah, we went on like this little wheel. Overall, great day, so much fun, and much needed break/rest. So I have a lot of work to do, but that's tomorrow's worry. So yeah, that was Universal Studios. Accomplished. Check off the list.